everybody, Aria here from SAMBA Kennels with my girl Tetra. She is the one that's bred to Sheik in our first Sheik's in-house breeding, and she's a daughter of Klaus and Lily, a granddaughter of King Zion and Boss's Tetra, and a great-granddaughter of Boss's Jasmine. Beautiful pedigree behind this girl, and now she's bred to Sheik, the #1 stud in the world. So today we're gonna have a great episode because I want to do the retrospective of 2024, tell you month by month every happening in SAMBA Kennels that was very relevant to us and to our community. So let's start this retrospective with the month of January. The month of January was the month that we announced that Tractor, our stud Tractor that came later become a champion, and I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. We announced that we were bringing him. That was the first time that I ever mentioned that we were bringing Tractor to SAMBA Kennels. JW Bulls Tractor, he is bred in Brazil by the kennel called JW Bulls. It took him about 20 days to come from his kennel to arrive to my kennel, so it was a very long trip with some stops, a lot of documents issuing and stuff like that. So he got here very skinny, and like every one of my dogs, especially my males, it takes them a little while for them to get used to the new environment, to their new pack. And he lost about 18 pounds in the process, and it took him about 3.5 to 4 months to actually reestablish his normal weight. He's around 128 pounds now because I have some girls in heat, but he reaches easily 132 normally. He's a beautiful, beautiful boy. As you can see, he was very skinny in this video, but you're gonna see in a little bit how much weight he's gained since he's been with us, and it's gonna be about a year in February. Tetra is so loving. I am 100% sure that she took, because usually females, when they get loving like this, it means that they are needy and their hormones are already working to be a mama. So baby, I'm here with you, and she's staying with me all these, she's gonna be here for the next couple of months because it's very important to keep her in a safe and calm environment and not together with the other females and males. Yeah, Mama loves you too. Big, big kisses, Mama. See, she's very loving and she's very needy. February was a great month. It was the month that I received the DNA results from the litter that I did with Lily, and I did a triple sire breeding. I meant to breed Lily because it was going to be my last breeding with Lily. So I used my 3 studs, Chuck Norris, and I used Berlin, and I also used Klaus because we needed a repeat from Klaus because that litter was amazing. The first litter with Lily and Klaus was just epic, and Tetra is one of them. I really wanted to do a breeding with Berlin because I was already negotiating Berlin to go away for to another breeder in Mexico, so I wanted to try that. And I also wanted to do a Chuck Norris litter because I haven't had opportunities to breed to Chuck in a long time, and I thought she was going to be the best perfect female for him that I had in my yard. Unfortunately, we only had puppies from Klaus and from Berlin, and that's absolutely acceptable. There's a video in this YouTube. I'm gonna leave the link here. There's a video talking about the multi-sire breeding, okay? And in that breeding, we had 2 puppies from Berlin and 5 puppies from Klaus. It was a very interesting news for the community because a lot of people in the bully community have heard about multi-sire breeding, but they never really actually knew how it worked. So I explained, step by step in some of my stories in Instagram, but also in the video that is linked below for you to understand how the multi-sire breeding works accordingly to ABKC rules.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Zoria from SAMBA Kennels, and as I promised, I was going to share with you guys when the DNA results came back from the multi-sire litter that I did with Lily, Klaus, Berlin, and Chuck Norris. And this is one of the puppies that we had doubts because, of course, the ones that are black.
Another great happening in February was that we had exported Klaus genetic material to breed females in Australia, and after 8 long months of freezing and documentation, Klaus made it to Australia in February. In March 2024 is when finally Tractor arrived in the USA. And so in March 2024, in the beginning of March, that's when our big Tractor arrived from a 20-day long trip from the north of Brazil at J.W. Bulls, where he was living in the breeder. He drove down to São Paulo. He waited like 2 weeks in order for him to get all the documents ready to come. He came to America. He had 2 stops, and that took him forever to get here. But luckily, you know, the expertise of our team, he made it safely. Of course, it took him a few weeks or months actually to adapt and actually start eating again like he used to. But now he's in great shape, and we're gonna be comparing how he arrived in March and how he's looking now. So this is what you can see here, Tractor here on the side. That's how he was looking when he arrived here. And on the other side is how he's looking now, about 20 pounds later, 20 pounds heavier in about 10 months. This is approximately what it takes for a dog to actually feel comfortable in his new environment. So when they change places, when they travel, you know, and sometimes clients complain about the transport. Oh, they lost weight in the transport, and it's nothing like that. It's a normal process for especially males, because they are usually more of a picky eaters. And I know that because I import a lot of dogs, and 90% of my males go through a harder time adapting and eating normally than my females. In April, I was able to go back to Brazil to visit my family, to visit some dogs, and I got a whole bunch of medicine that I usually buy once or twice a year in Brazil. I buy all my medicine there. I have my vets there and my prescriptions, so it's very easy for me to get a hold of cheaper medicine over there, and that's when I reload my pharmacy for SAMBA Kennels here, and I end up helping a lot of people. Sometimes they need emergency meds, and if I have, I mean, it's an emergency situation, I usually can help them. So I'm very lucky to be able to go to Brazil because of my, you know, my shipping business. I'm always traveling the world, and I'm very lucky to be able to be there and buy all the meds that I need for my dogs every once in a while. So in May, we were invited to go to the Cinco de Mayo show, and I took Tractor with me. As you can see, we had a great time. I met a lot of important dogs and breeders and people that I only knew, you know, in the West Coast. I knew a lot of people from Instagram and Facebook, but I didn't know them in person. So I get to meet with all these great people that you're looking at the video. We had a great time. Tractor was still skinny, as you can see. He was not in his best shape yet. He was still about 10 to 12 pounds lighter, and it was amazing. It was a great experience, and I hope to be at Cinco de Mayo this year again. Also, in the end of May 2024, we had a horrible natural disaster in the south of Brazil. That's where I have our Dogo Argentino kennels with my partner. And unfortunately, there was huge floods over there.
A historic rainfall has caused catastrophic flooding in the southern state of Brazil, Rio Grande do Sul. And it's happening right now. Hundreds of thousands of people have lost everything. These images that you're seeing, these are not rivers. These are towns, villages, and cities underwater, completely submerged and devastated. Please help us help the volunteers in Brazil that are in this moment, and they have been for the last few days, rescuing pets and dogs that have survived. They are in need of everything that you can imagine: dog food, water, medications, crates, leashes, covers, fans. We need your help. And there's no faster way to send help to Brazil right now that I could think of than starting a fundraiser. So I kindly ask your help to contribute with our GoFundMe that's going to go directly to Forte Vida, the clinic that's coordinating all these volunteer teams all over Porto Alegre, so they can find support to keep going and save thousands of pets.
In the month of June 2024, which is also my birthday's month, I made a partnership with my friend and partner Gerald Martin, and we decided to bring Bucanas to the United States. So that's when I announced that we were importing one more female from Brazil. This time, this beautiful, amazing specimen, Bucanas, from AWB Monster Kennel, but we did the partnership. We bought her from Helsing Kennels. So a big thank you to Helsing for making this happen for us, and a big thank you to Gerald Martin, my friend and my partner in Bucanas. And Bucanas is coming into heat, and we are breeding her. I'm not going to announce here. I want you guys to subscribe, to follow, make sure that you ring that little bell there so you can receive all the news, because I'm gonna be announcing here who we're breeding Bucanas to, okay? July was a great month. It was the first time that Tractor went to a show. So that was his first show. That was in Longview, Texas, and he did really well. He won 3 of the 4 shows that he was in, the 4 rings. He lost the first one. I mean, he won the first class, but then he lost the male. But then every other show after that, he won best male, and that was incredible. That was a great show for us, because I never expected that he was gonna be doing so well in his very first show. And another thing that happened in July, I confirmed with Lucas Pit Kennel that I was gonna bring Sheik to the United States. So that was gonna be our 3rd confirmation for 2024, our 3rd import. And also I was invited to be again in Brazil at the end of August for the Mega Breeders event from IBC as a special guest. And there we were, and I'm gonna talk to you about it a little bit later. Now, August 2024, especially, I think that was one of the best months of 2024, because our boy Tractor becomes an ABKC champion in only 2 shows. He scored points to become an ABKC champion, beating everybody that he was against, especially in the last show. So we're very happy. We couldn't be happier to bring a dog from Brazil, and in only 2 shows he champs out. It was a very controversial too, because of the roots in Brazil, because of the background of the dogs in Brazil. They're a little bit different than here, and some people will not accept how his dogs have American Bulldog in their blood. And mind you, here in America, a lot of dogs have miscegenation, but it's hidden. At least in Brazil, it is not hidden. You know exactly what you're getting, and the paperwork is not fake like it is here. In some cases, of course, in some cases, we know that there's hung papers in some cases, which we don't need to do it, because the IBC in Brazil, or the registry, the main registry in Brazil that I register my dogs with, they do accept insertion of certain breeds, which I believe are only 4, and Bulldog, American Bulldog, and Old English Bulldog is one of them, and American Bully. They admitted to form the pit monster breed, and they're gonna close it. They're gonna close the stud books at some point, but as of now, it is still open. And some of our dogs, I never hid it. It's open. It's wide open for everybody to understand. What make these dogs so amazing is because we are working on the breed type that is lacking in a lot of specimens here in the United States and in the world. In Brazil, the Brazilian sauce has to do with the opening of the stud books to make sure that we have enough type set in the individuals that we can eventually continue without needing to have other breeds inserted in the gene pool. So I'm very proud of my boy Tractor. Here he is. His grandpa is an American Bulldog. His name is New Iron, and he's one of the American Bulldogs that has formed the pit monster breed in Brazil. One of the most health tested individuals in Brazil, and extremely healthy dog. So this is very positive. You're not only adding the breed type to a breed, but you're also adding great health, great temperament. And that's what we should all strive for, especially when we're talking the XL American Bullies. They're such a young breed still in formation. If we don't have a solid base, for these dogs, what is it going to be in the future? So Brazil thinks a little bit different than ABKC here, and they are still accepting under certain criterias the miscegenation. Okay, I don't know until when, but this is a big story. I mean, it's a big topic for the guys, the directory, and the board of directors of each registry, how they decide the criterias. I am not entitled to say anything here because I'm not in the board of directory of any registry, but I understand the need for the breed to have a better breed type. And unfortunately or fortunately, the Brazilian dogs have been doing really amazing in that specific requirement. So okay. Tractor becomes champion at an ABKC show. We have tremendous inquiries on from all over the world, and we're actually freezing Tractor 2 in August to send to Australia. And that really was a really quick process. In September, we were able to send his genetic material to Australia. So yes, in August, Tractor became a champion. And in the end of August, that's when I go to Brazil and I participate in the biggest event of IBC and the Pit Monsters and the XL Bullies and the American Bullies, the Pockets, the Exotics, the Micros. And all these videos that you're watching here, all these scenes were taken during my Brazil visit, which is also the day, and that was in September 1st, the day that I went to meet my girl Bucanas in person. And she was just absolutely everything and more that I could expect. And also in September 24th is when my Hannah delivered puppies from Tractor. We had 11 beautiful puppies. I have a whole bunch of videos talking about this this happening here in SAMBA Kennels. We had the announcement of the puppies, and then I had the announcement on how the female was doing during whelping and her recovery. And then I had the delivery of some of the puppies, and now we only have a couple of puppies left. So if you want to be part of this historical moment of the Brazilian Bullies setting foot here in America, I still have a couple of puppies from Hannah and Champion Tractor, so get in touch with me before they're gone. Now in September 2024, I love September. I don't know why, I just love the month of September. I love the beginning of the fall. I love the colors, I love the smell, I love the temperature. It's not so hot anymore. And September was a month that we decided on our keepers from our collab with Sumo Bully Kennels. My friends Earl and Audrey from Sumo Bully Kennels, we did a collab breeding with Klaus, with my Mr. Klaus, and Fortuna, another pit monster from Brazil that they imported. And guess what? I presented to you Mr. T'Challa and Mr. Puma. Well, out of the two, I'm keeping only one. And I'm still waiting for them to grow to see which one I'm keeping, because I really love both of them. They have beautiful traits. Both of them are gonna be amazing studs. I have no doubt about it. T'Challa is a little bigger in bone and substance and volume. And Puma, he has a different head type, and he has a different head type that comes more from Fortuna's bloodline. And this is something that I want to bring to my kennel. So most likely I'm keeping Puma, and this is why I would sell him if somebody pays what I'm asking, which is in the screen right now. Yes, $20,000 is what I'm asking for him. If somebody wants to pay, I might consider selling him, but I really don't think I will sell him at this point because he's probably gonna be my future stud. And Chala, he's offered for $7,500, just because if I have to choose between the two of them, as of right now, Puma has the traits that I need for the future of my program. But Chala, I already know he's gonna be an amazing, beautiful, handsome, heavy stud, 100% Brazilian pit monster, both of them. And also thank you, my friends Sumo from Chicago. They have bred Fortuna to Klaus. They did a great whelping, great marketing. Everything that they did about this litter was just amazing. I'm forever thankful for this collab that we did and these beautiful boys that I have with me. So in November 2024 was the month that I partnered up with Barbells and Bullies, my friend Kyle, and on Silva. Klaus, he's my pick out of Klaus and Lily's litter, and he stayed with us until he turned 1 or almost 1, and he turned 18 months old. I decided that I was gonna leave him with a co-owner because there's no need for me to have 2 boys. I already have too many boys here, and I had already Sheik coming from Brazil and Bucanas, so I needed a space, you know, free some space here in my kennels, and I found the perfect co-owner, Mr. Kyle, my friend from Barbells and Bullies. He is the new co-owner of Silva. Silva, we have opened him now for stud at $2,500, and I don't know for how long because he's gonna be going to shows. And when he's in shows and if he wins, his price is gonna go up, of course. So at least for the next 6 months, we're gonna maintain him at $2,500, and the lock-in fee $750. And here are some pictures and the banner of Silva of SAMBA Kennels. So if you are interested in having a stud from Silva, please contact me. And here is my email, or you can also click on the website, get them information there, and send us a message through my website, which is sambakennels.com. You see the link right here. And not only for our studs, but for our puppies, I'm always gonna be announcing here and there, but check our website. We're gonna have 2 litters this year, and I'm gonna tell you in a little bit. That's the projects for 2025. And I want to make sure that everybody knows the breedings, the puppies available, the availability of the studs, and their prices, their fees. So it's always going to be on my website. I try to keep my website updated every month. So there might be a little inconsistency here and there. But if you have any doubts, just contact me. So you can always contact me via website or through my email. I'm always gonna be here to answer your messages. If I take a little while, don't be desperate, because sometimes it takes me 1 or 2 days to answer all the questions, but I'm always gonna be answering everybody that I get the messages. And if I don't answer, please contact me via Instagram, SAMBA Kennels, or Facebook, also SAMBA Kennels, or send me a message here through this channel that I will be happy to answer every one of you. So December was a big month. I think it was the month that we had the biggest happenings for SAMBA Kennels, other than August, where Champion Tractor became a champion. In December, we had ABKC Nationals. We had a booth there. We met a lot of people. We took pictures with a lot of people. I took Klaus and I took Tractor. And again, Tractor, he competed in the champion class with another 5 or 6 dogs. I think it was 5 dogs. All of them were champion, and he made the final cut to go compete with all the champions from ABKC. And that was a pretty big deal for us, because you know, to be up there with the big guys is an honor, and for me and for JW Bulls, the breeder, we couldn't be happier to see our boy having so much relevance amongst the greatest dogs in the world at ABKC, and I'm extremely happy. I also got to receive on that week Sheik here at my house. Again, he arrived. He's still going through adaptation. He hasn't been even for a month here yet. He's still adapting. But another great news that we had, as soon as he came, I went to certify his OFA testing. I went to certify his health testing with OFA. So his hips considered good, his elbows are normal, his patella normal, and his cardiac perfect. So we're very happy to have him health tested, and now we're embarking him. And I'm also going to embark my other females that we're breeding soon. So I'm very excited for 2024, because we are reaching a level of excellence that I don't see any other kennel, honestly, reaching so little time. And we just started our breeding program in 2021, and we've started with the Brazilian Bullies in 2022. So for sure, I'm very happy for 2025. And we also received Bucanas in December. That was a big month. So imagine, you guys, we had ABKC, we had Sheik arriving, Sheik being health tested and passing everything. We also sold like 3 or 4 studs right away, and we also have reservations of his first breeding. And we received Bucanas in December. So what a great month. And not only that, to close the year at the best, the very last day of December, I had my first in-house breeding with Sheik and my production SAMBA Tetra, the girl that was just here, the girl that's actually snoring right now, and that's what you can hear. So we're gonna have this amazing litter of these 2 beautiful specimens, SAMBA Tetra, and Sheik from LPK Brazil, Lucas Pit Kennel Sheik. So imagine for me to end this amazing year full of happenings, full of accomplishments, breeding the last day of the year, one of the biggest and most sought after studs in the world, Brazilian dog, staying here with me for a breeding campaign. Sheik's not gonna be here forever, guys. So if you wanna use him, if you wanna lock him in now, because he's gonna be leaving in about 7 to 8 months. We're gonna be having lots of frozen semen, because this is how we're gonna be having lots of frozen genetics, so we can serve in case a female doesn't take, which is not gonna happen, but if in case it happens, we have the frozen genetics here. And also, if you want a puppy from him, the only females that are gonna be bred to him, it's a limited number of females. So we're gonna be one of them, and I'm gonna be announcing another breeding with Sheik, but that's gonna be in the next episode. So right now, I'm leaving with you the best news of SAMBA Kennels for 2025 is that we have SAMBA Tetra, which is a Klaus daughter and a Zion and Bossy Tetra's granddaughter, bred to the most sought after lilac tri, the most amazing lilac tri in the world, Lucas Pit Kennels Sheik. He is 23.5 inches tall, almost 24. It's just because he's lacking a little bit of muscles now because he's lost weight, but he reaches 24 easy. And he's 146 pounds, a little lighter now because he's still adapting, but he's amazing, beautiful, amazing temperament like all my dogs. So like I said, we are reaching excellence in this breed, and I can guarantee you that we can provide the best pets and the best dogs for your breeding program nowadays. So don't miss out on SAMBA Kennels projects in 2025. I'm going to be talking to you in the next episode about our next breeding after SAMBA, Tetra, and Sheik. And it's going to be exciting. I'm telling you, it's going to be game over. It was such a great pleasure to be with you guys again. And I'm so sorry that I haven't been doing this more often. It's just that time is being really crazy with the puppies and with the litter and with the businesses and with the dogs. But I'm going to try to be here at least once a month or twice a month to bring you news and to share with you everything that's going on at SAMBA Kennels. Thank you guys. Have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one.